Hi guys, today we're going to practice modeling place value relationships. So basically all that means is if you're given numbers, you're trying to figure out what is their value, what are they worth, okay? So there's two different things we're going to be doing today when modeling place value relationships. The first is finding the value of an underlying digit. So you're given a number and they underline a digit within that number. I want you to figure out what is its value, so what is its worth. The second thing we're going to be looking at while modeling place value relationships is comparing values of underlying digits within numbers. So you're given two numbers and I want you to compare two of the digits within that number, okay? So to begin, let's find the value of the underlying digit. Let's start with the number 453. 453. First I want to model that. 3 ones, 1, 2, 3 ones, 5 tens. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tens, 4 hundreds. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can obviously tell that hundreds are larger than tens because they're 10 times bigger, and tens are larger than ones because tens are 10 times larger than ones. All right, I'm specifically looking at the 4 though, so I can get rid of the ones and I can get rid of the tens. I'm only gonna look at the hundreds. I have 4 100s. So what is the value of 4 100s? Well, let's count by hundreds. 100, 200, 300, 400. 4 100s is worth 400. Another way you could have solved this is by writing out hundreds. I have 4 100s. Oops, 4 100s. 4 times 100. Well, 4 times 1 is 4. Skip 2 zeros, add 2 zeros. 400. So the value of this 4 is 400. That's your answer. Okay? Let's keep going. Number 2, I have the number 1037. That means I have 7 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ones. 3 tens. 1, 2, 3 tens. No hundreds, so I don't have to lay out any hundreds. 1 1000, so I have 1 1000s block, okay? I'm only looking at the underlying digit, which is the 3, so I don't need the thousands, and I don't need the ones. I just need the 3 tens. 3 tens. 3 tens. 1 10, 2 10, 3 tens. What's 10 plus 10 plus 10? 30. 10, 20, 30. The value of that 3 is 30. Number 3, we have the number 39,140. Instead of laying out all of my base 10 blocks, I'm simply going to look at the underlying digit. It's the 3 and it's in the ones, tens, 100s, 1000s, 10,000s. It's in the 10,000s. I don't have 10,000s blocks, but I know this rod is worth a 10. So let's think of this as a 10,000. I have 3 10,000s. 1, 2, 3 10,000s. Or I can write 10,000 once, 10,000 twice, 10,000 3 times, and just add them up. Zeros, 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 comma, zeros, 1, 2, 3, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 10, 20, 30,000. Your answer is 30,000. Your last example like this, your number is 105,267. Instead of laying out all of our base 10 blocks, we can simply look at the underlying digit. 5, ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. I have 5 thousands. That means I'm gonna need this thousands block 5 times. Instead of like laying these all out, I can draw 5 1000s. 1,000, 2,000s, 3,000s, 4,000s, 5,000s, and just simply add them all up. Or I could have done 5 times 1,000. 5 times 1 is 5. Skip 3 zeros, add 3 zeros. Your answer is 5,000. 5 1000s is worth 5,000. Let's look at the other way to model place value relationships. Down here, we are comparing the values of the underlying digits. Well, here I have 600 and here I have 60. Both of the 6's are underlined. So the value of the 6 in 600 is how many times the value of the 6 in 60? How many times? How many times bigger is this number than this number? Basically, how many 60s does it take to get to 600? Well, you can lay out 60 at a time. Here's 60. 60, 120, 180, count by 6's, count by 60s. That might take a while. Instead, you can use a place value chart and think, if I'm going from the 10s to the hundreds place, I'm going 10 times bigger. Ooh, so what that means is if I have 60 and I want this 10 times, I can do 60 times 10 and I should get 600. Here's a trick for multiplying 60 times 10. What is 6 times 1? 6 times 1 is 6. Skip 2 zeros, add 2 zeros. Is 600 10 times greater than 60? Yes, because 60 10 times is 600. So the value of the 6 in 600 is 10 times the value of 6 in 60. And if you wanted to, you could take your 60 or your 6 tens and you could make this group 10 times and then add them up or count them and you'll get up to 600. Lastly, we have 5,000 and 500. The value of the 5 in 5,000 is how many times the value of the 5 in 500. So basically that means the value of the 5 in 5,000. So this 5 in 5,000 is how many times as big as the 5 in 500. So basically, how many 500s would it take to get to 5,000? Well, if we're going from the hundreds to the thousands place, we're going 10 times larger. Or if I have 5 100s, how many 500s would it take to count up to 5,000? You can count by 500s and it would take 10 times. Okay, let's prove that. 500 times 10. 5 times 1 is 5. Skip 1, 2, 3 zeros, add in 1, 2, 3 zeros. 510 times is 5,000. So the value of the 5 in 5,000 is 10 times the value of the 5 in 500. Because as you go up your place value chart, you're going 10 times greater each place value. All right, guys, I hope this lesson helped you. Have a great day.